Yeah, and we're with E-Kaine here, absolute fucking epic rapper, up and coming in the scene. We're super stoked to have you. Thanks for coming in, E-Kaine. So maybe we can kick off. What's good for you? What's happening in your world?
Yeah, thanks for having me, Chet. I really appreciate being here. Actually, so what's happening right now is I actually just got done last night doing a show at Harpo's Concert Theater in Detroit, Michigan. That was the largest stage that I've ever been on. There was a shit ton of talent there, and it was really an epic night. The only shitty thing was the DJ kept on screwing everybody's setup, and he actually cut off two of my songs at the end of my set. So like it was he was not doing his job correctly, and that kind of screwed up a lot of the vibes that everyone was having. But other than that, it was still a great experience. I mean, being up on that stage and feeling the energy, because it is a historical venue in Michigan. So like, all of the artists that have been there before me, like you could just feel that energy resonating on the stage when you stepped on there, and it was amazing.
That's so incredible, man. Let's dig into that a little bit more. And it's such a honor. I mean, even to get the opportunity to perform in an event like that. Like, what do you do before it? Like, how do you prepare for something like that again?
So my what I do, what would you say, god, I can't think of the word. What I do before I get onto any venue. I wouldn't say I'm religious so much as I am spiritual. I do believe there's a God, so like I know that this is meant for me, right? Like this is what I do. And I've known that from a very young age. So I tend to pray before each and every set. And then when I get up there and do my thing, it just kind of flows from me, from the actions to the words and that I speak to the crowd, my interactions with the crowd. Like nothing comes planned. You know what I'm saying? Like I get up there and it just like in the heat of the moment, it just happens. For this one, so I knew in advance, like 3 or 4 months in advance, that we was gonna be up in Harpo's. Um, I actually created a new song specifically for my set. Um, and I originally did it as a freestyle video on TikTok. And I got so much love off of it that my boy that works for Atlantic Records, he hit me up and he told me, like, this got to be a record, bro. He's like, we have to make it. So he created a beat for me, and then I got it recorded over here in my studio, got it all mixed, mastered. And then when I performed it last night, I mean, I had such an epic review off of it. It was amazing. I've never had this happen before, but last night in the crowd, there was a lady. And when I stepped off the stage, she approached me and told me, like, your set was amazing. You're the best performer that we've had here in a long time. I truly enjoyed yours. Like when you started from start to finish, I couldn't stop watching. I was just engrossed in what you was doing. And that right there made me truly feel like this was meant for me.
That is absolutely incredible. I was just getting a bit of goose pimples. Like, do you get goosebumps when you're up there on stage? Tell us about when I don't know, you kind of like start walking up the stairs and then you slowly start to see, the whole audience. Walk us through how
Yeah.
that felt.
So, all right. So from the moment I start walking up the stairs, it's like, you know that feeling you get in your chest when it's just like tightening up and you can feel tension rising? That's what it's like walking up the steps behind the stage. And the minute my foot sets onto the platform of the stage, it's just all released. And I just feel euphoria. Like my whole body just feels like it's lightweight, and I can just feel like I can fly, bro. Like there's no other way to
That's so
explain
cool.
it other than it's the most surreal feeling that I ever had in my life. And I get it every single time I step on a stage. It don't matter if that stage is the size of Harpo's or if it's just a small bar in Lansing. Like every time I step on something that is a stage or resembles a stage, I get this feeling like just on top of the world. Like I could do anything.
That is magic, man. That is magic. I just got a couple of more goose pimples when you were talking through that. What sort of tunes were you putting down?
So I did all of my my most streamed songs on Spotify, which is Caught Up in the Moment featuring Chris Calico. And then my second one was my new one. It's called Off the Leash. It is a freestyle, but I'm gonna be doing it in 2 sections. So when I release it, it's gonna be coming up here pretty soon. I don't have a release date yet, but find me on my socials and stay tuned because it's coming. Um, it'll be released as a freestyle, and then I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna chop it down into 2 verses and add a hook in there so that it's a full length song. Because right now it's just like 45 to 50 bars of just straight spitting. I mean it. It's just nonstop. And then I did my most emotionally charged song, which is called Fake Smile. And that one, I mean, like, I've performed it before, but at Harpo's it was different. Like, I don't know, like when I got through the first verse and I was inside of the first hook, I could see people just like thinking and feeling what I was wanting them to feel, which I mean it is a heavy ass song. Like it's the heaviest song that I have ever created and probably ever will create just because of the material and the topics that it's about. Um and then after that I went back into some more hype songs like Disappear featuring Chris Calico. I tried doing my verse for Can't Stop Won't Stop featuring Crazy Bone, but the DJ, he I don't know, he thought it was like a nightclub or something and tried to add too many effects in there and he cut the entire verse off. So I was like,
No way.
all right, whatever.
Yeah. Tell us, like, share how you created this emotionally charged tune. Like, how did it come about? Like, what did you go through in order to create this magic?
Absolutely. So, all right, so a little bit about me, right? I am a little over 3 years sober. I was
Well done,
out
man.
in. Thank you. I appreciate that. It means a lot. It's definitely not an easy thing to do, but for a long time, about 7-8 years of my life, I was out in the streets, and I was addicted to heroin. Well, running around and just doing that nonstop, it was like my entire body just kind of started to shut down. Like I didn't have emotions anymore. I didn't have a care in the world. It was almost like my soul started to disappear. And then in 2022, I found out that I was going to be a dad. And that just changed my entire life. I mean, from that moment forward, I dropped everything and I got
So cool,
sober.
dog.
Yeah. I got sober. I started going to school at the Los Angeles Film School for music production.
Wow.
I'm still in school right now. I graduate at the end of this year with my bachelor's degree.
Amazing. We got to do something. Well, I don't know what we got to do, but we got to do something for you on it. I mean, that is off the hook. Awesome.
I appreciate it. But yeah, so like that's like the whole basis, right? And then it was like during the first year and a half of when I was getting sober, depression hit. And I mean like to the fullest, like suicidal thoughts, the whole nine that you can think of when it comes to depression, I was going through it. And I sat down with a piece of paper in front of me. I put down some thoughts and honestly, like that's how Fake Smile started. It was just a piece of paper and my thoughts. And then when I went back, it was probably like another year later when I went back to this paper and I started looking at it. And like the story that I was writing on this paper, it was like, okay, like I can see where it's going. And then I just made sense of it all, because like it was scattered all over the place. So I just put it all together, started, making it rhyme a little bit and having some words in there that made a little bit more sense than what I had originally wrote. And then Fake Smile came about. and I found a beat for it on what's that, BeatsTars.com, and I made a song on TikTok, like a video on TikTok. I didn't record it, I just did a video, and originally it went viral. Like like overnight it had 20,000 views and then
Oh,
growing.
that is epic.
Um, but yeah, so when I did the video and I started getting all those views and the comments of people telling me like, "Yo, your story, this song has hit me to my core, and I want to get sober now, and I'm trying. Like, how did you do it?" I just had so many people telling me that they wanted to change their lives off of this song, and I just knew it had to be a record. Like it had to come out, and it hasn't had the success that I originally thought it would, but it's a slow roll, man. There ain't nothing overnight about this shit. If you don't have the patience to make it in the music industry, you ain't gonna make it, period. You gotta have patience, you gotta persevere, and you gotta know that every single song you put out, it ain't just gonna blow up overnight. I'm not Drake, I'm not Kendrick, I'm not these big names. Like,
Not
of
yet.
course
Not yet.
they right, absolutely. They got
Not
the
yet.
financial backing, so like
Mm.
with money comes a little bit, it makes it a little easier to get noticed, so like when I promote myself, it's smaller budgets at a time. So I still get noticed, and eventually, yeah, I'm going to make it up to that top. I'm climbing the rungs of the ladder. It's just at a slower pace, but that is fine with me. I'd rather have a long career than a career that blows up immediately and then dies off.
E-Kaine, your knowledge just on and how you think about things is very wise. You got a lot of wisdom in you.
Thank you.
It sounds like this massive pivot you've done, incredible pivot, um, has kind of like given you superpowers, to now really focus on yourself and focus on your music and really take that long road forward, that successful, consistent road forward. I mean, you can see it with some of the things you're doing right now. How did you come up with the name Fake Smiles? Like, I'm sure like you had a million names for this emotionally charged tune. How did you
so
come up with that one?
so I'm not even gonna lie. Like the instrumental that I picked was originally called Fake Smile. Um and it kind
Cool.
of fit because like through my entire addiction, I would smile in front of people, and when they would ask me what's wrong or what's going on, I'd be like nothing, like I'm okay, like don't worry about me, how are you doing? And the fake smile is just like you fake all that pain behind a smile. You wear a mask, a facade. You don't let people know what's really going on at the root of your soul. So you just kind of, put it on for the world to see and hope that no one can see through
Dude, it's just super deep.
it.
It's so awesome. It's like you talk to some of these, other musicians, and they just don't have some of the depths that a lot of like people who are on. We're graced and are very humbled to have people on Beats to Rap on community, and like there's people such as yourself, E-Kaine. It's just so deep and real. Like there's a real difference
Absolutely.
between fake people and people like you who lived it and can feel it, but not just do that. You can bring these emotions through the words and then connect with the audience,
Yep. Absolutely.
which is incredible. Now, we talked a little bit about fake smiles. Let us know. Let us know a little bit more about you. Like, what kind of sounds do you like? Like, do you flow? Do you chop? Like, what kind of stuff do you do?
So my my biggest inspiration in music is Tech N9ne. He not only influenced my life, but my music. Like everything about him is just amazing. The song that specifically got me with him is Red Nose. And, growing up, I went to private schools, and I didn't grow up with money. I mean, I didn't grow up extremely poor, but, we got by pretty much is what it is. Um, And the people in these private schools, they they would make fun of me because I didn't have as much money as them, or I dressed differently than they did because of the place that I grew up in. And Tech N9ne's song Red Nose, when it comes on, I mean, immediately it's already dark, right? And the words spoke to me just like, it's okay to be different. It's okay to be that misfit of the world, because those are the people that can really shine a light through to the other side and to this side. So, misfits and the people that are different, we can make it and well rounded and speak to everybody. Whereas a normal person, well, someone you would consider a normal person in that specific area, they wouldn't be able to get through to the people on my side, because they wouldn't even want to. They wouldn't even try to talk to someone like me at the time, because they think they're better. When I know I'm not better than nobody. I'm not better than you. I'm not better than the last guy. I'm not better than the homeless man down the street. I just put things together a little bit better, and I already got through that part of my life. So as far as sounds go, besides tech, I really like the Suicide Boys. Um, Anything really that's darker and flows on the darkest side of life is my jam. Like, I definitely mess with the Suicide Boys and Diggy Graves. He's a little bit more like less known, but he's starting his rise. And I just really, I don't know, I like his melodic flows. So that's something that I'm trying to incorporate into my music, is a little bit more melodies, because right now I'm just basically like straight hip hop, straight rap. I want to get more like singing in there. I've started taking singing lessons too, so they're, to help refine my voice a little bit. Um, but I would consider myself a chopper for sure. My very first song that I ever put out was called King's Landing, and that one goes. I mean, when I first started performing, I had a dude try to back me up on the stage, and he was like, I can't. He was like, I can't keep up with that. He's like, I'm sorry. I was like, it's fine. Like, don't worry about it, bro. Like, you
No.
good. I do try to keep I try to keep a variety in my music. Like, I don't want all of my songs to be fast, but I don't want them all to be slow either, because there's a little bit of shit in there for everybody. The people that love that fast chopper sound, I got that. The people that love that laid back, just bar for bar sound, I got that. And now I'm trying to get that melodic sound in there for the people that love that too, because I want everybody to listen to my shit, because I got a little bit of message for everybody out there.
That's so cool. And like, when you're thinking about like messages, like what were like the main things that you want to get out there?
Treat people with respect is number one. Just because you don't see someone's side of, their view of the world, it don't mean that it's wrong. I have a lot of haters. I think everybody that's doing the right thing does. And I do have quite a few songs that like touch on that topic. But besides that, I have a lot of like mental health topics within my music. I actually just got done writing a song. It's another one that's featuring Chris Calico, and it's about this lifestyle, or the perceived lifestyle of fame, women, money, cars, jewelry, but it's all material, bro. It all goes away. Like, you can't take none of that with you when you die. Like, that's all gonna be stayed here on the physical plane. So, and even if you do get like with the women, like, this is touches on a topic of in Chris's verse. It's like, they'll pay attention to you because you're shining for the moment. But as soon as they see someone else that's shining the same way, they're going to leave you and go right over there. Like, it's all temporary. So my verse and the hook, it kind of like touches on all of that. And it's just like, don't pay attention to it. Just stay true to you. Keep all 10 toes down. Keep your fucking stiff upper lip and move forward. Don't pay attention to the shit that's gonna fucking drag you down. Because honestly, the women, the money, if you get too caught up in all of that, you're gonna stay stagnant. You're gonna stay in the same spot. So that's what, I'm just trying to make people move forward in their life and to pursue their dreams. Because whatever you put your mind to, you can do.
Oh, that is so cool. I can't wait for the next tune to drop there, E-Kaine. Like, do you have a like when's your next, like, you got a EP coming out, or you got like some singles coming out? Can you share anything more about
Yeah,
any of that?
absolutely. So I'm working on a lot. I got 12 different singles that I'm working on right now. I would put them in an album, but I I already have an album in the works. I do have a title, but I'm not gonna release that yet. It's that one's gonna be it's my debut album, so it's gonna be like, just know it's gonna be dark. It's gonna be dark
Nice,
and it's gonna hit hard. It's gonna have a lot of 808 bass in there, and if you
nice.
listen to it in the car, it'll make it thunder. I am working on an EP though. It's called Seven Deadly Sins, and it's all based on mental health aspects. I got, like a few different things in there. One of the songs is about my dad. I never knew my dad growing up. I never met him, and now he died in like 2 years ago. So I will never know him. But that's his problem, not mine. Uh, and in the song, it's basically me talking about like how I'll never be like him. Like I will always be there for my children, and I'll do whatever it takes for me to be the best man that I can be. Uh, but yeah, so it's gonna have the EP is gonna be 7 songs long. Each one is gonna be one of the deadly sins, and it's gonna be
That's so
touching
cool.
on.
That is so dope. I love it. Sorry,
No,
E-Kaine.
you're
I was just
fine.
like,
That
I just fucking think that's so cool. You're just such a fucking champion, like, I don't know, man. Like people like you, like, inspire me, and like it just inspire a lot of people around the strength and will you have. Like a lot of people struggle, like they struggle to find their strength and will to get through these things and start rising. You're rising, like the wisdom you have is incredible. And I just, just seven deadly sins. I just love it because it's also related to God and scriptures, and so it's
right,
got like all of that behind it. It's just so there's just like a lot of deep meaning wrapped around what you're
absolutely,
saying. When you just stop and think about it. Um,
absolutely.
so keep going on to seven deadly sins. So yeah, tell us a bit more about that.
So yeah, so there's gonna be the song about my dad. I'm gonna put "Fake Smile" on there as well. It was originally released as a single, but I do have a little bit more production to do to it, to get it like EP/album ready. And then the one song that I'm working on in there, like I'm gonna be singing on it. So God, I really hope it comes out the way I want it to, because I ain't never for real sang on a song before. But it's called "Mirror Mirror," and that's gonna be like me talking to myself, looking in the mirror, like, and it's all gonna be a perspective on way back when. Obviously not how I am now, but it's gonna be my future self. So me right now, looking back on my past self, talking to myself to bring myself out of the bullshit that I was doing. I already have an idea for the music video, and like it's gonna be nuts, because like I would love to have like a double of me looking in the mirror, and then actually pull myself into the mirror,
So
and
cool.
then like that would be sick, and then just
That's
be
gonna be
me in the
dope.
future, like we come together as one. That
Love
would be
that. Love
sick.
that. When do you think that's gonna, like, what kind of like drop release cycle have you got coming out? You got something dropping in the next week, next month? What should people be looking out for?
So yeah, my song "Off the Leash," it's a freestyle that is gonna be coming out next month. I'm planning on dropping it on the 4th of July, just because Independence Day, every American and everybody in the world should be celebrating anyways. I mean, it is what it is, but
Yeah,
I'm going to be
totally.
off the leash that day for sure, cuz I have another show in Lansing on the 4th of July, and I can't wait. I'm going to go rock that stage at this bar in Lansing called Max Bar.
Max Bar.
And yeah, it's going to be sick. I think I'm
Max
going
Bar,
on it.
4th of July, folks. Where can they get their tickets? Is it tickets or is it just door charge or walk-in or?
Yeah, so you can get your tickets at my website. It's www.thereaлекaine.com. And that's
www.therealeekane.com. Smash the like button, and all of those details will be also in the description below.
That's right. Yeah, and tickets they'll be $10. I'm offering a $20 VIP type ticket, and you'll get a free T-shirt with it. So come out and rock the stage. Come grab a drink with me. It's gonna be a hell of a night. That's for sure.
And the tickets on sale now? When do tickets go on sale?
Tickets are gonna be going on sale on Monday.
Right, on Monday. All right, excellent.
Yes, sir.
So this is going to be out after that. So,
yes, it's going to be released that night. So the same night that I'm performing at the bar is going to be the same night that this song is going to be released. I'm just waiting on the copyright to come back.
So cool. That is epic. So you got that concert coming up on the 4th of July. That sounds super exciting. I just wish I could fly in for that one, actually. I'd love to see you up there on it.
Shit, I'd love to have you.
Maybe on one of the next ones or something like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what about some of your singles? So you mentioned one's coming out. Is there a few more that are going to come out? Like what should your fans be kind of expecting?
So I am going to be going on a schedule of one single a month until 7 Deadly Sins is ready. So you can expect at least one single every month. And if once I get the EP completely done, which I'm hoping to have it done before the summer's over, I'm gonna drop, like, my plan is to drop it at the very beginning of winter, just because, like, I feel like the Deadly Sins and the weight of it kind of goes with the coldness of the winter, like cold.
Bro, you're like so down. I know, yeah. No, I love that. I love that shit. Just for like the people who don't know what month as is, because we have global listeners as we kind of scale up. What month are you talking about there?
We would be dropping it would be November. It'd be the end of November, beginning of December, because, like, it's kind of like up in the air as to when snow and like the winter season actually begins. And I know that those are kind of like odd times to be dropping such a heavy EP because of Thanksgiving and Christmas, but there ain't no right time to drop music except when the artist feels like it. And that is when I feel in my heart and soul that it would do like amazing and just have the most impact.
But yeah, are you doing any launch parties? Like, you doing any TikTok hypes? Are you doing any live streaming on TikTok? Are you doing any, like, what can I get? How can I get closer to you?
So yeah, I do try to go live on TikTok. I am extremely busy because, like, besides my music, I also have a full-time job. I have 2 children that I have full custody of, and I perform. But I do try to go live on TikTok. I normally be going live on Saturdays at 8 p.m.
Saturday, 8 p.m. What time zone's that? Just for the global listeners.
Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah,
is when that would be.
So check that out.
Yeah, and all of my socials are the same. It's at The Real E-Kaine. You can find me everywhere. And I do follow back and I respond if y'all got any questions. If y'all have just something that you want to get off your chest, I'm here for it and I'll answer you. No problem.
That's so cool, E-Kaine. And you can also check him out on BeatsToRapOn website. He's going to be a feature artist on the homepage, all the major podcast platforms in the world. And we'll also be dropping later on, a week after this drops, we're going to be dropping a big biography on him as well on our blog, which you'll be able to share, check out, get a little bit closer to him, and learn a little bit about his sounds and who he is as an incredible person, actually, just incredible person, an inspiration to the industry, an inspiration to people trying to come from very hard times of addiction, surpassing them, finding the strength and will getting through that, and now becoming a dad, someone with a full-time job, and pursuing his music career at the same time. Just an incredible achievements, inspiration to everyone. Kaine, absolutely
Thank
inspiration to everyone. We've got a few more minutes left.
Yeah.
Let's just kind of wrap that up with how else can people find you? What are the things that they should be expecting coming out on the next couple of weeks if they want to hit you up in the next couple of weeks somehow? How do they do that?
So the best way to get a hold of me, and the social that I'm on the most, is my Instagram. I am trying to get my website out there a little bit more. And if you sign up for my email list, I have some exclusive music that is not on streaming platforms that you'll get right to your email as soon as you sign up. So, I'm trying to do that so I can actually get a good fan base, because my music, I'm not just trying to get out there to everybody, like to people. I want to foster connections with the people. So I would love to grow and be on a global scale, of course, but I also want to be there and interact with my fans in a way that other artists don't. So if you find me on TikTok or Instagram, that's where I am mainly active. On TikTok you can find me a lot easier, and I drop my music first always on TikTok in a form of a video or an explainer on how the song was written or what it's about. So if you are really wanting to know the story behind the music and behind the artist, TikTok is the way to go for sure.
And what's the email address, E-Kaine? Can you just shout out that email address for any listeners?
Yeah, it's if you want to sign up for my email list, you go to www.thereaлекaine.com, and you just scroll to the bottom, and there should be a form right there, and you just fill it out, and as soon as you do, you're going to get an exclusive song that is not out anywhere else right to your inbox for download for free. I don't charge for that type of shit. So
listeners, you've heard that first. Go jump on to therealecane.com website, scroll all the way down to the bottom, pop your deets in, and within seconds you're just going to get some amazing tracks coming straight at you that he hasn't released anywhere in the world. So I'd highly encourage everyone to do that. Highly encourage, smash the like button, share this podcast, right?
yeah.
So E-Kaine's got some incredible magic about him, right? Like how he came up and now he's rising. And if you feel you're going through that right at the same time, reach out to him, see how he did it, how he tackled it, how he's becoming how he has become this amazing person, and starting to rise into something he was born to do. So look, that's it on the Beats to Rap On podcast. So thank you so much, E-Kaine, for coming on. And we'll catch you on the next one.
All right, sounds good. Thanks for having me, Chet. It's been a fucking honor.